Yo, what's good with y'all, man? Super quick video today, making a sample for Travis Scott. Last video I did was my first ever beat made in Logic. I was making a clips type beat, which was a sample beat, and it was kind of emulating that latest track by Clips called So Be It. Pusha T seemingly dissed Travis Scott, so today we're making a sample for Travis Scott, and hopefully he uses the sample to respond to Clips and starts new beef. Let's go. All right, so I just made the sample like a couple hours ago. I haven't even fleshed it out. It's not structured, it's not mixed, but I want to show how simple it is. The whole sample consists of mainly guitars, different type of guitars, and one synth, which is just a synthy bass. So we're starting with Flex, and I went into Essential Guitars and picked Ace Nylon Light. In essence, this is a suspended chord. By the way, I locked the grid into C minor natural. I started with this minor chord, C minor. In order to make it a suspended chord, you have to bring the third of this chord down by a semitone, essentially making it a second, or up by a semitone, making it a fourth. So I left it at D, and then D I transposed by an octave up. Then I made cuts like this. You can see I'm just kind of following what I did here. Whatever works for you, whatever works for your ears and your taste. Second chord is the same original chord. I did not make it suspended. What I did though, I brought it up by 2 semitones and transposed that F by an octave up. And now we have this. You know, in the same manner, we make additional cuts in a way that you like. Then what I did, I selected all of these notes, I copied this whole pattern, and then brought it up by 5 semitones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went and made some changes. I brought this one down, added this one here, and removed this. Now let's play this whole melody. Next in the channel rack is another instance of Flex, and it's the same preset. It's literally the same preset. In fact, what I did, I actually separated it because originally it was right in here. So I've drawn root notes following the root note of the chord, which is C and F. So you can see here, note C and F, and then the passing notes just before the start of each of these two, and some gaps in between them. So now I'll play that same melody with these root notes. All I think it's a little bit unfair because I was playing that first melody with effects on the mixer. Let me play it without the effects. So to me, it sounds a bit plasticky. So I added a Fruity Delay, Fruity Flangus, default preset, and Fruity Parametric EQ, and just removed stubby lows, the treble highs. And here's what it sounds like now again. All right, next I found this one shot in my library. Some kind of guitar one shot called On Da Low from Nikita with Love, a producer named Nothing Else QQ. Here we go. This is the melody that I made with this one, and it's routed to the mixer. That means I have some effects on it, and it has effector on it with some reverb, gross beat, choppy preset that looks like this. I believe this chain also came from this same producer. And the last one is Fruity Convolver, which is a reverb out the effects. So again, too simple, too plasticky, but with effects on. So there's that additional tail and tone and texture, and I think it just kind of improves overall quality, all these 3 melodies together now. There you go. I gotta work on mixing them a little bit better. However, I'm just trying to breeze through it to keep this video short. Next sound is none other than Stratos Shreddage. One of my favorite guitars to be honest with you. And this one is following basically the same notes that are in the chord, so it's following the scale. Here's what this sounds like. Playing all of the melodies so far together. At that point, I expand to percussion, and I found this timpani low, high, whatever. It just kind of sounds like tom. I quickly recorded this melody. Next, I went into my drum breaks stash and found this Alice Cooper drum break. I chopped it up in some places, lined it up better so that it just kind of lands on the grid. I pitched it down by 200 semitones, and I changed the format just to make it a little bit more dark. If you want, I can actually play. So it already has a lot of reverb, a lot of texture in it. All right, and the last element in this sample comes from BX Oberhausen. The preset is called Gnarl, and this is that one synthy preset that I wanted to have here, mostly following the root notes. Let me play all of this together. The boring stuff like arrangement and mixing, at least to me, that's kind of the boring elements of sample making. That can be done a little bit later, and I sit and I take my time, go through presets, and I kind of arrange and color things and organize. This is my, logical part of creation. But this kind of a chaotic and playful and creative part I like to do in the beginning, and oftentimes I just kind of do it very fast. It's messy, and I try not to think about all of the technical stuff. I'm just kind of getting the original idea out. I guess that's the main message of the video today. Don't dwell on the ideas too much. Try to get them out as quick as possible, and then work on technicalities later. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this sample and play it for you. In the meantime, go ahead and make some great music. Peace out, much love. I'll see you in the next video.